All right, welcome back to the Great Lakes Regional Championship bracket play. Here in the secondary bracket, our first round, we have Ohio University in the black kits against the University of Pittsburgh in the navy blue and white kits. The winner of this game will move on, getting one step closer to receiving a bid to go to U.S. Quidditch Cup in April, the national championship. Our referees are getting set up here, and we'll be started here shortly. These teams have met once before this season at a tournament just a few weeks ago. The final score of that game, 250 to 190. That was a 42-minute game, whopper of a game, in favor of Pittsburgh. We'll see how the matchup goes here.
Team 2 starting on pitch 1.
Pitt, you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah!
Our head referee, Toby March, giving the opening cadence.
I will say ready, and then groups up. Got that one. Ready. Groups up.
And we're off. Pitt getting the ball and starting themselves off. OU with bludger control. White checks down to Peeler. Back up top, handled by Sipsic. And the shot is no good, and that'll be OU ball. And after that play, Pitt comes away with bludger control, and now OU will bring it up for their first chance to score. Number 99 bringing it up for OU to Beaverson to 99. Some high pressure from Pitt here. All right, mishandled pass. Check down pass. And it looks like it was bobbled, and OU comes up with it. No beater in sight. He gets wrapped up, and the ball comes out. It's Peeler. Peeler's on the run. Peeler streaking down the left side. Pulls up. He's wrapped up. He gets beat. Backhands the ball, and OU comes away with it. And now Peeler slow to get up. So we're going to take a quick timeout here. So our athletic training staff come.
You want to stop here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, our players clear the pitch, and we are back in play. OU with bludger control now. Score still tied at 0. Beaverson driving in the center. Bludgers are down for Pittsburgh as number 99 drives through the center, shakes a tackle, pump fake, scores! First blood drawn by OU, 10-0. And OU seems to want to do some high pressure here. White bringing it down for Pitt. He gets the ball stripped. It's Beaverson. Beaverson's on the run. And he lays it through. A nice little backhand oop there. And the quick strip there from Beaverson makes it 20-0. OU with some momentum. White handling for Pitt. Pitt. Check down pass to Lombardo. Lombardo driving, shakes a tackle, passes off. That goal is good. Pitt now on the board, 20-10. And the keeper getting a little excited, needed to restart the play. There he goes. Peterson pass over to 99. 99 driving in. Back shoulder throw, no good. Across his body, Beaverson recovers. He takes a mid-range shot. And it looks like they're no good. There's an advantage call. Blocked at the hoops by Pitt. And I think that'll be OU's ball. We'll see. And it looks like that's going to be a card for neck contact on Pitt.
2-5, yellow card, illegal contact, contact the neck. 1 minute.
It'll be number 25. Oh, that is Howe. And he'll spend a minute in the box. OU receiving the quaffle behind the hoops at a power play. He's got one beater in front of him.
Play will restart on my whistle. Ready.
Number 27, he'll just launch it back, and they'll save the reset. Beaverson is back at the top. Pitt with control. Beaverson, mid-range shot, bounces off the crossbar and in. Kind of a long-range shot, really. He's hit a lot of those this weekend. It's kind of his stroke. And now we are at 30-10. White once more for Pitt. Pitt gets rid of it, but dodges the beat. Lombardo picks it up, and Lombardo's shot is good. 30-20, OU in the lead. As they make a few substitutions. Keeper at the top of the key. Pitt still with bludger control. That shot blocked, and Pitt will come away with it. And Lombardo's on a run. He's got 2 men to beat. Now keeper back in the play. Lombardo crosses over. He's avoiding contact. Lombardo scores. OU just completely unable to put a body on Lombardo. And it looks like there might have been a delayed penalty over here. The referees are going to conference. If that score stands, that'll be 30-all. And OU's going to need to get more physical if they want to stop a drive like that. All right, it looks like we have a player down. Call for a trainer.
It's 2, right?
QC Pitt, beater, back to hoops and double bludger turnover. Illegal interaction with the third bludger. Last goal by
Check
QC
to make sure
Pitt
that
is
it's on.
disallowed because of the foul. So it's now 2-3.
Okay, there was one that was broken.
30-20. 30-20. Thank you. 30-20.
All right, because of the bludgered foul, that goal is discounted.
You went the wrong way. No, still
the
wrong.
other side.
It's 30-20.
30-20.
No, put it
We
back
have
forward.
30. They have 20.
There you go. You got it.
All right, there's a slight malfunction at the score table here. We're still good. Now OU, with bludger control, will be going against the Pittsburgh defense.
Jai, Sam, run a beater.
Time check, please.
Jai, take us up next
Thank
row.
you.
Just under 5 minutes have elapsed.
Send the yeet.
OU running a play called Yeet. Peak millennial content here. Playing Quidditch and running a play called Yeet. Beaverson at the top of the key. Looking for his options. Beaverson driving, pass over to his keeper, who blocks a beat. Bludgers are on the ground. The keeper's going to spin move, wrapped by Lombardo, blocked by White. Big block by White, as he's going to throw a long pass down to number 7. She gets beat, tries to handle it, picked up by Pitt, and he puts it through. And now it is 30-30.
30.
And momentum seems to be shifting in Pitt's favor. Oh, you bring it up. Bludgers are on the ground. He's looking for his options. He's wrapped up, spins out. That's to Beaverson. Pitt speeders back in the play. They have control. And now the Bludgers are down. 99's going to drive it in. And he puts it through. 40-30. OU now in the lead. White bringing it up once more for Pitt. White, big pass down to Peeler. Peeler bounces, catches, and he slips. Now he makes a man miss. Bangs it off the crossbar, no good there, and tries to get it back, and the keeper comes away with it. And that's Wheeler. Wheeler now in at keeper. He's running down. He's got the keeper to beat, and Wheeler's pass is no good. His shot no good, and it looks like we had a collision here. We'll take another injury timeout.
Is the radio working?
And it looks like we just had a collision here between two players as they were running down. Oh, as our trainer continues to look at a player. 40-30 is the score, OU in the lead. And as I said at the top of the stream, these teams have met once before. It was a very long 42-minute game with the final score 250 with the catch to 190. And that was a victory by Pittsburgh. These teams are relatively close proximity to each other. Athens not too far away from Pittsburgh itself. If you go back through the US Quidditch YouTube channel, you can catch all the action from yesterday as we live stream various games, including several from Ohio University and University of Pittsburgh, the two teams that are playing here today and now. You can hear my dulcet tones, as they say. You can also log on to usquidditch.org to see coverage from all US Quidditch events, scores, news, updates, and more. As our players getting helped off the field.
Back to your rooms, please.
And the players will return to their brooms as he's helped off. All right, so we will restart play here in just a moment as our referees are conferencing, making sure everything's all set up as we come back from our injury timeout. Our score, OU 40, Pitt 30, as we are a little ways into this game. If you missed the first round, all right, and we'll get restarted here. We can check back in on that first round. All right, another live stream hiccup there. You can blame YouTube and their app. 40-30 is the current score. We are still waiting to restart from the injury stoppage. Referees now conferencing. Not quite sure what about.
No good. Score stands 30 all.
All right, and it looks like they are calling off the previous goal that was no good, so the score now stands 30-30.
30 all.
No, 40-30 still.
Okay.
40-30 still, yeah.
Switched it. That's good.
40-30 that.
Or 40-30 rather. That's right, 40-30. Apologies, there was a little bit confusion here.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, thank you. All right, Pitt, they got balls.
And now Pitt has the ball. As OU has bludger control and Pitt will attack. It's White ball handling. White's at the top of the key. He's going to drive inside. White shot, good. He just stepped up and fearlessly put that one through the hoop. Between these two teams, it's never more true than say it's a shooter's league. Though you wouldn't always believe it. And now a no bludger situation for OU. And they've got one coming back in the play. Doesn't matter. OU keeper number 99 puts it through. 50-40. OU in the lead.
Be aggressive.
They got two.
White passes down. Ball goes off the outside of the hoop. Shot no good. That was a well done play by number 24 there.
Wait a second. Slow down. Johnny, go.
And
Helltown.
OU running another play here. Looks like they've got their little train thing that we saw them do in previous streams as they pass center to number 99, and he scores again. He's doing well here. And that is 60-40 as White's going to go on a run for Pitt. White, no beaters back. He gets repped up, passes off to his chaser who bobbles it, and OU recovers that one. Bad pass off by White, and now OU's going to advance. They are. And one beat was already back as Pitt does have bludger control. The other one trying to get back in the play doesn't. He dodges another beat, spins around, passes to Beaverson. Beaverson, mid-range shot, and it falls again. Beaverson with his second goal of the game, and that is 70-40, teetering on the edge of snitch range. Pitt had bludger control at the start of the drive, was unable to convert the beat. Off the rebound, OU regained bludger control, and OU was able to drive in with the quaffle and score. White, it's the same play as before, and he misses high over the hoop this time. And OU seems to have trouble guarding this play. They've been lucky that there's been a few miscues here, and Pitt has not been able to convert, but otherwise this game would be tied up. A little bit of high pressure by Lapp. Beaverson driving it in. Bludgers are down. Beaverson, his shot misses, and it looks like there might be some advantage call here as OU is on the ground. There's a scrum for it. Try to get an angle here, the referee, and the ball comes out, and Pitt might have it. We have an advantage call. See what the call is here. Our assistant referee explaining what he saw. 70-40, teetering on the edge of snitch range here, exactly the position you'd want to be in before snitch comes on pitch. OU with bludger control. Looks like they might call a foul. Or not. And OU seemed to think there was contact from behind there, but the Pitt keeper now has the ball.
Bring it up slow,
That's the ball, though.
Work together, beaters. Be smart.
Now driving in is White against OU double bludgers, and White with the medium shot, and it is good. Shot through the medium hoop, rather. It was a bit long range, and he's got a hot hand. White's got most of the points here. As number 99, the keeper, he's going to run in. Peeler's back in the game. He's guarded. Pass down. There's a wrap up. Dodges the beat. Gets out of the wrap. Passes off to another chaser. And it looks like there was some sort of turnover there. I think he might have been beat. The OU chaser might have been beat on that play before he passed. Pitt not happy that their keeper got contacted out of the zone, but I guess you get heated and you forget where your keeper's standing sometimes. It's White. He puts it over to Peeler. Peeler on the backside, dodges a tackle, dodges a beat, blocked at the hoops.
Yellow! Eric, pass it off, come here.
And it looks like OU will finally take a keeper sub. Beaverson comes in a keeper. OU with bludger control. It's a 20-point lead, 70-50. Number 27, ball handling. Passes off to Beaverson. Beaverson's at the top of the key. He's driving, guarded by Peeler. Beaverson cuts back, passes back to 27, who loses his broom. Picked up by Gregory. Well, tries to. She bobbles it, now picks it up. Gregory's got the ball. She's running around the backside. She has no teammates even close to her, and Gregory gets walloped. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it looks like our referee's going to talk to the assistant to see if it was behind the back tackle. That's what he's motioning for. See what we saw there. We couldn't quite see because the assistant referee was in the way. It looks like he's reaching for his pockets, maybe. They're still discussing it. Gregory really did get hit. She's an athletic player, but not that tall. Was no foul on the play determined. Pitt will inbound, and play will continue. And White, I don't think he's taken a sub yet, is taking it up once more. They've got to watch that long shot from him as he passes another one over the top. Number 16, Viscuzzi, unable to come down with it. And OU now going into two bludgers. Pitt with control. Score currently 70-50. Beaverson over to his chaser who gets beat. Gets it to Gregory. Gregory. And was she beat before she even received the pass? Pitt seems to think so. But don't you always think so? And we are 13 minutes into this game so far. 2 stoppages, including a longer one for injury. And they're taking their time conferencing this one. If this goal stands, it'll be 80-50, and this will put OU on the edge of snitch range. If not, it is still anyone's game. And it's always still anyone's game until that final whistle blows. Goal is no good. Gregory was beat before. Or maybe, perhaps it wasn't Gregory, maybe it was the passer who passed to Gregory. And Pitt will inbound, and it'll be their ball. White bringing it up. You gotta watch his shot as White puts it over the top to number 32. He gets wrapped up. His shot no good. Peeler comes up with the rebound. Peeler shoots. His shot no good. And number 32 gets beat, and OU clears it out, and they'll have the ball now. It's 27. And OU will use their timeout, and we'll have 1 minute break here. 70-50 is our score, as a good defensive by OU there. They're sitting here conferencing. See if I can listen in a little bit. We're taking a look at the score, which is right behind me here.
Every single time they have scored.
Pitt also conferencing. OU seems to be a little more motivational in nature. Pitt seems to be a bit more about strategy.
Do you want us to be in charge for this time? What? For the 1 minute?
We are just about 15 minutes into the game. The score is 70-50, OU in the lead. We are currently in a timeout stoppage. 15 seconds left on that timeout as the team's conferencing. OU is going to have to, they've had good defense so far, but they haven't been able to guard against long-range shots.
Back to your rooms, please.
And Pitt, honestly, they'll have to do the same. Well, they've had a little more success when they've had bludger control. We'll see what changes here as the timeout comes in the waning minutes before Snitch is on pitch. And OU will start with the ball right in front of us.
Ready. Easy Pitt, be now. My whistle, ready.
And 27 guarded by Peeler. He's gonna stop and go back forward. It seems to be light contact on him. He's got bludger protection to Beaverson. Bludgers are down. Pitt with no bludgers. Beaverson drives in, and his shot blocked by White. OU tries to handle it, and White comes up with the ball. Big block there by White, gets his own rebound, and looks like OU going to put on some high pressure here. They've got bludger control. They feel comfortable with that. Block the bludger. Now number 23, it's Marzano. It was a 32 rather, Marzano. And Peeler tries to strip the ball in the backfield there. And 27 comes up with it. And yeah, it'll be Beaverson's ball as the keeper for OU. All right, OU doing a full line change. Pitt doing a few changes as well. Pitt now with control, and they're going to put some pressure up. 99 now in a chaser. And he's going to drive in. OU got bludger control back. He's looking for his options, waiting for that beater to get down. Beaverson rolls away. Beaverson gets wrapped up by Peeler. And it looks like we've got a player down on the field. Well, we'll take a quick timeout here. So the injury timeout. Score is still 70-50. A few unsuccessful drives between both teams in this start and stop game. This injury on West Virginia, and he's up and moving, which is good to see. Still sending substitution. Referees will conference about a potential foul that happened before or during that play. I'll also take this moment to talk about the weather. It is decidedly more beautiful this morning. Clear skies, light breeze, somewhere in the 40s. I can't see my breath anymore, at least. It was quite cold when we got here this morning, but not quite as cold as yesterday as we creep into those winter months. Beautiful facility here at Voice of America Park. Turf fields, field house, lights. I wouldn't mind having regionals here every year. Our time is currently 16 minutes, I believe, something like that. So we are very close to the snitch being on pitch. And it looks like not a turnover or anything like that. Just a bludger on the ground, and Pitt will recover the ball here. And the beaters are running around like nuts. And now finally OU with bludger control. Beaverson dodges the beat. They put on pressure. White bombs it in the back to Howe. Howe gets wrapped up. Howe tries to get the ball. And Howe seems to get hit in the eye there. I put the camera a little high. And it looks like there's going to be a call. They probably got him while his back was turned to wrap from behind. And number 99 not thrilled with that. And it looks like the player had turned, and now they get a power play here. Howe in the back of the field. He's got Wick in front of him, number 21 with a bludger. He's got two Quaffle players in front, Lombardo and White. And Howe passes over to Lombardo. Lombardo shot low off the post, and Beaverson comes up with it. And that is a big play there for OU. And with no beaters back, Beaverson's going to go himself. He's got no beaters, and he hits the mid-range shot in the top hoop. Beaverson, a shooter today. And on the reverse power play, OU scores 80-50, and they're teetering on the edge of snitch range. And Pitt seemed to run 1.5 beater play, but while they only had one bludger, not quite sure the strategical soundness of that, but they were able to get some disruption there. And it looks like, Pitt was able to recover bludgers off that last play as the check down pass to number 6. And he gets tackled, and Pitt comes away with it. And they're probably going to conference if that was a tackle from behind. This team seems to be built for long stoppages, long games. No foul on the play. Players remounting. It's Pitt ball. And Wendell now in at keepers. White finally takes the sub. Wendell over the top to Lombardo. Lombardo reverses course. Pass to Wendell. Back to Howe. Goal! That's some combination passing right there.
Let's go!
80-60. As our cinch is out, our seekers are getting ready. OU will have the ball. And no bludgers back for Pitt. Beaverson going to run it up. He's looking a little tired. Beaverson pass inside to 99. 99 getting big, and he scores. Dunks over Wendell's head, and Wendell now with the ball. 90-60.
Hey, Seekers, I will be watching.
Wendell guarded up top. Our Seekers getting counted down. Wendell driving in. His shot low. He gets beat. OU recovers. Our Seekers now out. And they have been stopped from pursuing the snitch for some reason or another. And now they're back in. OU getting some options as Beaverson loses the handle on the ball. There's a scrum for it. OU picks it up. Beater comes in. And we'll see there we have another player down. And a little bit shaken up on that tackle. 90-60 is the call. And he's up and moving around, which is a good sign.
Score stands at
Scores 90-60. OU with the ball right in front of us. OU seeker. Guarded by a bludger on the far side of the pitch.
Ready!
And
Beat chaser!
OU right in front of us with the ball. Pass center to Beaverson. Beaverson shakes a tackle. Check down pass. Blocks a beat. Number 27. Pass unable, or shot unable to fall. And that'll be a tackle from behind. Apparently not, as Wendell picks it up. Wendell's going to run down the field, pass over the top to Sipsic. Sipsic gets beat, and OU will come away with that. Bit of a rainbow pass to Sipsic there. And OU with a few substitutions. 90-60 still.
We have your stop whenever.
And number 80 passing inside, pass bobbled, and it goes back, hit back by Pitt, and looks like we've got another player down on that contact. We'll take another quick injury timeout. Both these teams seem to have taken a lot of injury timeout. Players going ahead and leaving their brooms as our athletic trainer tends to this player.
We gotta get gold.
90-60 teetering around the edge of snitch range. OU have had some time with the snitch on the far side of the field. Can take this moment to talk about the games earlier today. In the primary bracket, Miami was able to beat Bowling Green 80-70 with the snitch catch, moving themselves on to the semifinals. Ball State also to win over Michigan in order to move themselves along. And I believe Michigan State was also able to win against West Virginia, and that was the first round of games. You can be sure to go to the event on usquidditch.org. If you click on the events tab, you will see Great Lakes Regional Championship. From there you can see our bracket, also on our Facebook event, Great Lakes Regional Championship 2019, I believe. Players now returning to their brooms as we'll get our action back underway in just a moment here. Decent amount of game time thus far, with a lot of stoppage as well. Remember the last time these two teams met, it was a 42-minute game. I think everyone here is praying it doesn't go that long again. For those who have never played Quidditch or perhaps haven't played a long game, 42 minutes is a very, very long game. It's almost probably beyond double the average game time probably being around 20 to 21 minutes. And it is utterly exhausting. These players fighting to stay alive in this tournament. A loss here does not necessarily mean that they are out. It does not mean that they will not be able to receive a bid, but it will be significantly harder as the loser will head down to the tertiary bracket, where they will have to face a few more teams before being able to get a bid. 7 bids available here at Great Lakes Regional Championship. 7 bids to U.S. Quidditch Cup, going to be held in Charleston, West Virginia this year. Take me home, country road. Referees conferencing, seeing if there are any fouls or something like that. I'm not quite sure what they were doing. Snitch conferencing as well. If I looked at the bracket correct, I believe we have the perennial, the constant, the inevitable University of Michigan versus Michigan State University game coming up every single year since we've begun the regional part of Quidditch starting in 2011 with the original Midwest Cup. Before there was even a Great Lakes region, it was part of the Midwest. Michigan and Michigan State have met in bracket. And up until 2015, Michigan State, always maybe seen as perhaps the weaker team, always seeded lower, has come away with the victory. Then in 2015, the sky turned dark, the earth shook, and Michigan was able to come away with the victory, and that was the year that they won the regional championship. Since then, I believe Michigan has won the matchups, but MSU looking strong this year. Maybe we'll be able to pull the victory.
We were discussing whether the snitch catch was legal. Snitch catch by OU is good.
And there was a snitch catch right before the stoppage discussing if it was legal. And OU with the victory, they'll be moving on in this tournament. And I believe that, I'm not quite sure if that wins them a bid or not. And Pitt is not happy with this call whatsoever.
He's the snitch ref. He ordered the snitch to stop playing. The snitch didn't stop playing. He just... Can you go back
All right, and it looks like there's a little bit of contention here. The referees will sort that out. So the final score here, 120-60 OU victory. Keep it locked here as we continue our coverage of Great Lakes Regional Championship bracket play here, day 2 at the championship at Voice of America Park in Westchester Township, Ohio. The final call has been called, and we will see you in just a moment. Thank you.